facebook.com/JoyNewsOnTV, and on Twitter is @JoyNewsOnTV. Now let's begin with the Black Stars, who made us happy because they won their match against the Red Devils of Congo. The Stars won they won by 5-1, but according to analysts, though the Stars have won the match, chances of participating in the 2018 World Cup in Russia are slim. Now, interestingly, the Black Stars played without the top stars, including the Ayew brothers and the Asamoah Gyan today. So, question: what do you make of the Black Stars' performance without the top stars?
For me, I didn't have the opportunity to watch the match, not even the commentary. In fact, the Black Star performance was abysmal. There was no potency in the attack. They virtually were not doing anything on the field. For me, I don't know what caused that lazy attitude on the field. And today they scored 5-1, but unfortunately it is taking us nowhere. So for me, I won't give them any applause. Because even if they have scored 20, we are still where we are. So for me, I'm not impressed. I hear also that there's a power play between the Ayew brothers and Asamoah Gyan thing. And if that thing is true, then we have to quickly do something.
I didn't actually watch the match today. I wasn't aware they have a match today.
No, but I learned the drill, and it minimizes our chances of winning.
Though I didn't watch them live, but I'm told they won by 5-1. I'll say it's a credit to us.
Although I didn't watch the match, I think they performed really well. To my opinion, I think we have to start doing away with some of the stars. They think they have a place in the team, so anyhow they perform, they'll still be called to the stars, to the Black Stars. So I think it's last time they give some of the younger ones two chance.
All right, so those are some comments from the streets. I have my own opinion, but let's check what you've been posting on Facebook.
Kwesi Boateng says, when countryman Sogo talks, people see him as being vociferous. All that he says are true. He has been on the coach to drop Gyan and their use. The results are clear now for all to see after the absence. Ransford says, I'm praying for Black Stars not to qualify so that their bonuses could be used to construct good roads and building hospitals. That's if our politicians are wise enough. Godson Kwame says, I think we have players who will and want to die for the nation and not thinking about bonus and captainship. I strongly believe when these three players, the two Ayews and Gyan, are axed from the team, we have a committed team. Going to Russia is possible, so therefore the coach should drop the hammer quickly. And then Edmond Sai says, the funny thing is, in our next match, almost half of these men will be sidelined to make way for the shameful squad, so-called senior players who out of disgrace could not stand another defeat and resorted to falling sick. Now their true color is known.
And Brema Kwabaji from Jinjin says, I think it was simply splendid, but really amounted to nothing because the draw we fasted for between Egypt and Uganda became a nightmare. I would urge the coach to feature Thompson Partey more. He's a great player. Holliston Dundee says, hold the captain responsible for all our national failures in football game. The question is he a leader? To me, Gyan is a follower, not a leader or captain. Baba Muhammadani says, it didn't come on TV. How do you expect us? Oh, it was shown on TV. We can't. All right, so that's fine. And also, the conversation about rape has resurrected and taking media space for the past few weeks. The most recent is a 21-year-old resident of Mataheko who was gang raped by 5 boys on her 14th birthday. There are concerns that rape issues are becoming rampant, and mostly such issues are not properly handled by the police, hence its recurrence. What do you suggest can be done to help curtail this menace?
Number one, decency in our dressing. The way our ladies dress nowadays is very uncalled for. And I don't know why. We have mimicked the Western world too much. We see them on TV and then we think we want to be like them. We dress anyhow. It's high time we go back to the way we dress as Africans.
Indecency in dressing causes that to happen. So because if someone is decent, I don't think anybody will have a bad intention towards that person.
I think while we advise that
our ladies or our sisters should dress properly and they should also take care. I think that when corporates are caught, when those who perpetrate these things are caught, the law must be made to, deal with them. It will serve as a deterrent to those who will also, probably are thinking of doing such similar acts.
I could say for now, aphrodisiacs nowadays. It's relating to training. We'll take it from the side where most of parents are now about how their kids come out. And with aphrodisiacs, we are talking about guys, at times, they just want to take something, thinking that there will be something they will do with it. But apparently later they realize they have no one to do that with. So whoever they meet, whoever they find, they have to go in for that. So it's issue of training and the intake of drugs.
Well, very touching issue there. But let's check what you've been writing on Facebook.
Anyone who says it is the ladies who call for rape by the way they dress is making the most infantile argument. How about those idiots who defile infants, babies, and toddlers? How do these innocent little ones dress to invite rape or defilement? Their pampers? Philip Ahoma says, simple. Anyone caught in such an act should be castrated to serve as a deterrent to others. If you're castrated and you are able to rape again, thank your God. Michael Asare says, let's begin by teaching our young ones from the basic school level of the need to shun these vices. Further, our young ladies must also learn to be vigilant to avoid falling prey to these rapists. And Eduardo says, the ladies should be talked to. Their dressing sometimes calls for the rape, and they have to know the guys are not woods. Ghanaian ladies can suck all your money, and when it comes to sex, they want to play smart. So if persuasion fails, force applies.
That's
and there's 6
nonsense.
replies there, which means that there is quite an argument going on.
And Noah Betty says ladies should be educated on how to defend themselves in situations like this, and also know when not to be around with only men. Bright Kuvo says, I think this punishment suits anyone caught raping a woman. They should dig a very small hole in the ground for them to rape as well. Others will be deterred. And Thelion Walker says, I said it 2,000 years ago, and I will say it again. Everyone caught of such action must be put to death. If this kind of punishment is in the system, who will go near it? No one will think of it. Case closed. And those are some comments from the streets of Accra. But Israel is a very pathetic situation. The latest I heard was a 6-year-old girl who was defiled by a 25-year-old.
Yep, and we hear stories about babies and all.
It's amazing. Sometimes I think they are possessed or something like that. But finally, a wife in South Korea has allegedly cut off her husband's penis and flushed it down the loo. Oh. Now, the woman is said to have attacked the 50-year-old because he spends too much time playing golf, and she did this while he was asleep. Wow. Well, question, how far would you go to get your spouse's attention?
To get my spouse's attention, I think I have to do all my best possible to get attention. Cutting some of my friends, time with friends, I have to make it scanty. Maybe if I used to spend like 30 minutes on it, now I have to bring it down to maybe 20 minutes or stuff like that. And I have to make sure that I'll get the attention of my wife.
For me, my work schedule is very tight, but so long as I sleep home, I come when I am not having any duty, and I explain myself, and I'm home. I think we should do with that. When it is weekend and nothing comes up and we are home, that will be fine. But to say because I love you, I shouldn't do any other thing, but just be sitting there. In fact, I don't write my check on human being face. I write on paper, and it's something that you do before money goes somewhere. So for me, it's a difficult thing, but then so long as the love is there, the caring is there, it must not necessarily be that you always be with the person.
Men actually are pissed off. If things that they don't like, you do it, they are pissed off. So you only study your man, whatever he likes, you do that, and that is all. Yeah, as I know my husband, I think whatever he likes, I do that to keep him.
right, interesting comments. Let's check what you've been saying on Facebook, Israel.
Desmond Oakley says, I sometimes don't understand ladies. You knew what he was interested before getting married to him, so now what's your problem? He does that to entertain himself and to release stress, so now that his this thing is gone, how will you enjoy his this thing unless you fornicate? Oh, it's a sad this thing. Philip says, how? Some women will never be satisfied with whatever you give them. When the men indulge in criminal acts against their spouses, you will see other ladies react on social media. I wish more ladies will speak on this issue. It's true women are more vulnerable in society, but some women are very wicked and we forget to talk about it. Stella says, oh, she didn't do well. There are so many ways to punish the husband or letting him know how she feels. Heartless woman.
And Nana also says this is what happens when you live in a country where our leaders give no attention to mental health. Well, this didn't happen in Ghana, please. But Jeremiah says, then she has killed the man. This tells us that time is very necessary for the ladies in every relationship. The woman went beyond boundaries. This is more than murder. And Wellington says, question, was she not getting the satisfaction she needed in bed? Well, she will provide that answer. Adnan Jambedu says this man emotionally traumatized the woman to deserve this treatment. But Israel, I still don't think it was the right thing to do.
It's completely outrageous.
Definitely, because there are a lot of ways to get your spouse's attention. I mean,
and in a situation like this, I'm sure she should be jailed.
Definitely, because
I mean, you can't destroy somebody like that.
I feel she went, I mean,
way overboard.
Overboard. I mean, I'm one of the people who support some of this nonsense. If the guy does foolish things,
the guy messes up, but here,
but this one, no.